Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Idol. So here are some insane fan theories about the show that may actually be happening. We have gotten some hints at it anyways, so enjoy. Frey Pie. Now, this is a plotline that many fans are hoping would occur for Sansa last year in Season 5. Basically, the theory states that in the books, a loyal Stark bannerman, Wyman Manderly, gets his revenge on the Boltons and the Freys at Ramsay's wedding by serving up 3 Frey kinsmen that he had baked into 3 huge pies. Clearly, nothing like that has happened at Ramsay's wedding last year. In fact, the Freys didn't even show up on the show last season. But we do know that Walder Frey did show up, or I should say make an appearance last episode, so this may actually indicate that this could be something that we will be seeing. Also, Manderly did pop up at the Red Wedding in Season 3, and if you remember in the book, Wyman's revenge is specifically motivated by the loss of his son at the Red Wedding, so it could be a way that he got the news of his son's passing. Secondly, back in Season 3, Bran told his traveling companions the story of the Rat King, a vengeful cook who killed a prince and baked him into a pie. He then serves to a king and whatnot. In the books, Wyman Manderly has the bard sing the song of the Rat King as the Freys and Boltons chow down on his pies. So will we actually see Wyman Manderly this season? Well, the fact that the Freys have made an appearance last episode makes this theory seem very likely. Cold Hands. First of all, we don't know what will happen in the books, but in the show, about 2 episodes ago, they confirmed that Cold Hands is in fact Benjen Stark. In fact, they actually introduced him and revealed him as Cold Hands in the same episode. The difference with this in the books is that in the books, Cold Hands is around for a while. Like, he's this mysterious figure north of the Wall who helps Sam and Gilly when they are attacked by White Walkers. And he also helps Bran, Meera, Jojen, and Hodor in their travels north of the Wall. George R. R. Martin has claimed on several occasions that Cold Hands is not Benjen Stark, so this may actually indicate that the Cold Hands in the book is very different than the Cold Hands on the show. Clegane Bowl. This is the name of the long-cherished fan theory that someday readers and viewers will be seeing a matchup between Sandor Clegane, which is the Hound, and his brother Gregor Clegane, which is the Mountain. And we do know that the Mountain has been brought back as Sir Robert Strong. And according to last episode, shockingly, well, not so shockingly, the Hound has been brought back into the fold, and turns out he didn't really die after all. But how could the two possibly battle? Well, Cersei did request a trial by combat and will be using the Mountain as her champion, because who wouldn't? But what would possess the Hound to travel back to King's Landing to fight on behalf of the realm? Well, last episode his whole faith group basically got murdered, and it basically did show that the Hound has some faith. This could potentially lead the Hound back to King's Landing in some respect, which is now ruled by the Faith. See where I'm going with this? Lady Stoneheart. Now, this is something that seems highly unlikely, but would actually be amazing if they had some time to do it on the show. Lady Stoneheart is the undead version of Catelyn Stark who, after dying in the Red Wedding, gets revenge on behalf of the Starks. The only real evidence that we have of this is that in the next episode it does seem like Brienne, Pod, and Jaime are converging at Riverrun, which is Catelyn's home. In the books, Lady Stoneheart captures Brienne and Pod and assumes Brienne has allied herself with Jaime, which she kind of has to some respect, and has broken her promise to rescue Catelyn's daughters, which she did actually protect Sansa, so I don't know if this theory will exactly be right in that respect. But basically, Catelyn, or I should say Lady Stoneheart, strings Pod and Brienne up and tries to get the Lady Knight to promise to kill Jaime. That could be something pretty amazing to happen. But with all the resurrections this season, which I am not complaining about by the way, who knows if the showrunners will actually decide to do it. Secret Targaryens. Obviously this theory was going to be on the list. The fact that Jon Snow is now back alive on the show, and that Bran's visions of Tower of Joy seem to hint at a possible reveal in the next coming episodes, it actually may hint that Jon is a secret Targaryen. First of all, if you guys don't know the R plus L equals J theory, well actually, first of all, you had to have been living under a rock to not know this theory, but fans from the first book, like way back then, pieced together a bunch of stuff with Ned's dream and everything, and the theory states that Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark had a baby, and that baby is Jon Snow. In the Tower of Joy flashback scene, you see Ned running up to the Tower of Joy hearing Lyanna scream. Also, last episode, or 2 episodes ago, in Bran's visions, there was a quick cutscene of Lyanna's bloody hand that said, "Promise me, Ned," a scene that does happen in the books. But if Jon Snow is a secret Targaryen, which he probably is, he may not be the only one. The show keeps making a big deal about Daenerys being the last Targaryen, but what if there is another? And the other I'm talking about is Tyrion Lannister. Tywin, you might remember, was forever going on about Tyrion not being a real Lannister. Some took that as a run-of-the-mill terrible Westerosi parenting, but it could really have meant more. Many theorize that Daenerys, Jon, and Tyrion are the three fabled dragon riders that George R.R. Martin and his books had promised. A couple episodes ago, Tyrion told the story of how dragons are really intelligent, and if you want to be friends with a dragon, you just need to speak with them politely in some sense. And I really don't believe speaking to a dragon politely will make them friends with you, and I just don't believe it's that simple, especially in a George R.R. Martin story. More proof of this is that, well, just wait, this will blow your mind. It does seem that Tyrion is taking the storyline of somebody named Quentin Martell, because he let the dragons loose in the books and gets burned alive for it. Now, if Tyrion is a Targaryen, he would be fireproof, right? Now, the relationship between Targaryens and fire is tricky, and so far seems to be very different in the show than in the books. So while it seems that it would be inaccurate to say all Targaryens are fireproof, maybe it actually can be true. It would be a heart-stopping way to reveal Tyrion's hidden ancestry, don't you agree? But what do you guys think about these theories? Do you guys have any theories of your own? Put them in the section below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe right here. And for more movie news and reviews, subscribe here at Movie Idol.